I just had this insane realization that is actually the lack of your contentment with God that's making you make the most worst decisions for your life. Okay, so check it out. In Numbers 12 through 17, right? God literally parts the Red Sea already. He provides manna in heaven, gives them food, gives them water with a rock. And you know what the Israelites do? They complain about the menu. Not even joking. They're getting miracle meals delivered by God Himself. And they're missing the bondage they once had in Egypt. They keep complaining. So I want to talk about the lack of contentment, right? So how did this contentment lead them to disobedience? So these people witnessed miracles with their own eyes, yet their hearts were so fixed on what they didn't have, and they couldn't trust God for what was next. Their complaining wasn't just annoying, but it was deeply revealing the distrust in God's provision. And God was angry. So I want to ask you something. When you're making those big moments in your life, are you moving with divine direction or discontent? Are you really trusting in God in that moment? Or are you like, oh, I can do this on my own? Because there's a difference between God opening the door for you and you kicking it one down because you're tired of waiting and leaning on your own understanding. So before making that decision that changed that move, ask yourself, is this flowing from faith or frustration? And am I operating on God's timeline, or am I just trying to force on my own understanding of what should be happening right now? Because, baby, the promised land is real, but what's also real is the wilderness. And sometimes the longest part of the journey isn't the distance, but your development of trust in the process.